All right, let's talk June recap. So June, I feel like, was a defining month for me. We got Molly's ADHD diagnosis, and we have been like trying out medications because at this point medications is just needed. I did not want to get to this point, but unfortunately that's just where we are. So I don't have any shame in like saying that, because I feel like when your kid just needs something, you just do whatever they need. And I've done enough research, like I have it, I'm pretty sure her dad has it, like it's a lot, right? So I have been like emotionally trying to process everything, and it has not been easy, because I feel before we like got on these medications, things were really bad. Like things were not good. Everything was escalated. She was not regulated, and that almost gave me like a form of PTSD, I feel like, because no joke, guys, like it's like walking on eggshells with your child, because you don't know what could set them off. So it's really like trying to like study them and help them and try to regulate them, try to calm them down. And it's just emotionally tolling. And I didn't, no one has a child and expects that you're going to go through this, right? Like no one prepares you for this. And when she was younger, like this wasn't obvious to us, because women in general, females exhibit differently than males. So she internalized everything, which came out as anxiety, came out as a ton of things. So I'd had to go through countless therapy, countless, resources and materials to try to do this on my own, until I'm like, you know what, like we need something different. So she's been regulated now for a few weeks, and I feel like my nervous system is still coming down from that, because it's a lot. And then I've been like in curriculum hell. Everything that I had planned to do, I questioned, and I was digging really deep. I was overthinking everything. I want to make school an enjoyable experience for her. And I realized that I've been like coming on here with the notion that I'm changing everything and I'm being dramatic. And then I come on here and show a bunch of curriculum with this like unschool mindset, because I would love to be an unschooler, but me and Molly are so structured that like I don't have those skills. And I don't have a kid who I can just kind of let loose and she's just gonna pick something up and want to learn about it. So my heart goes with the unschooling approach, and I just can't be that person. It's like I want to try something new, but I don't know how. And I worry so much that I'm going to fail and she's going to, like everyone says, fall behind. Even though I know that's not, falling behind who, like that's the question everyone always asks. And it's just, I don't know. So I'm trying to like simplify was my word of the year, and I had all the things. So Ashley, being the best friend that she is like, girl, you are coming on here and you're saying you're changing and you have all this curriculum, and yet you're saying you're simplifying. Because here's the thing. We started out with using a all-in-one curriculum for the first couple years of homeschooling. Or I should say literally every year but last year for homeschooling. So it was just open and go, flip open one book and you had it all, and we did nothing else. So going from that, I feel like gave Molly a huge whiplash effect of like, whoa, mom's adding all these things. And in reality, I did, because we were no longer using an open and go all-in-one curriculum. So it felt like a lot, and I did all this change at once, which is why last year was like, our third grade year was the worst year we had ever had. So now I'm like all in my head of like, what am I gonna do for fourth grade, because she is like traumatized from last year's experience, and it wasn't good. So I've been doing a lot of breathing exercises. I am going to be doing EMDR with my therapy. I hit my deductible, so it is time for me to just heal and do all the things that I have not been able to do or afford in the past. So I'm scheduling all the things, which is making me busy, which is making me crazy, but like I have to choose my heart, right? And so now I'm over here just like trying to figure out what I'm going to do next year to simplify. So I think we may be going back to an all-in-one curriculum, at least for the time being, to see how she does. And she needs that like independence that she's craving so much, and I think she's trying to figure out herself, because she's at this age where she's just trying to discover herself and her abilities and what she can do without mom. And I'm trying not to trigger her as well as her trigger me. So we're just going down this like other avenue right now of like, I have to take this like pressure off of me, but at the same time like take that pressure off of her and just kind of go in with the flow. So that's what's been on my mind, on my heart in the month of June. And we haven't really done a whole lot. She had a karate competition which she freaking nailed. She got 2 trophies, or a ribbon and a trophy, and now she wants to do sparring, which whatever, that's cool. And then she's still doing horses and might be doing horse camp. We are quitting swimming lessons because I feel like she's at the pool, at the side of the pool, waiting for the instructor to actually do something with her. For like 45 minutes out of the hour, she's like not doing anything. So I don't want to waste my money, and she's been swimming in our pool in the yard. So yeah, I didn't do anything this month really because the cicadas were so insane, but now they are gone and dying, or dead, like the 17-year ones that we got. So I have so many like things I want to get outside. She freaking learned how to ride a bike, and that was so exciting because she's 9.5. Like, she never had the interest or patience to want to learn how to ride a bike. So now that she does, I want to get a bike because I miss riding a bike so much. And then we could work on getting our, what's it called, exercise in. So that is the plan for July and August, is have like a soft start and be slower and have the ability to flex and move. I have not done anything with my schoolroom because I've been in this like paralyzed state of like, what am I doing with my life? What is education? What are we gonna do? And now that I feel like I've made a decision, I think I know what we're gonna do. I think I know all the answers. So I'm just kind of like crossing my fingers and hoping I'm making the best choice, because I really want to make that best choice for her. I don't want to overwhelm her. I want her, and because I read an article that said ADHD kids do best with all-in-one curriculums. I don't know where I read that, but if I find it, I'll try to link it down below. But it's mostly because they need that, they have the short attention, but like need the consistency. And I feel like one book is less overwhelming than like having, 8 books of subjects on her table. So we're gonna do some fishing, we're gonna be reading, we're gonna be we had a soft start a couple days ago where we started Black Beauty as a novel study, and I have a horse unit study, which is basically going up. As far as the podcast, me and Ashley are both overwhelmed with the amount of stuff that we have on our plate right now. So the podcast might be delayed until August. So it's coming. We're not sure the direction we want it to go, because we feel like we can only talk about homeschool so much because we have our homeschool channels. So I'm curious, would you guys be interested in like more of just like update type videos over there where we're just chit-chatting about mom life and like situations and like what should we talk about? What do you guys want to hear us talk about? Like, it's not a channel that was like created to just like talk about curriculum all the time, because we have our separate YouTube channels for that. So I'm just curious what you guys want to hear. If you think we should change our name, because we are 2 homeschool moms, but like if we're not going to keep it homeschool centered, maybe we need a new name. I am up for all like suggestions and options, so please leave them down in the comments. If you didn't know we had a podcast, Ashley from Gathered and Grounded is my bestie, and we have our 2 homeschool mom podcasts. We have a whole season out of like 20 something episodes, so I'll have everything is always linked in my description box, so go check that out. But that was my June, just a whole mess of like trying to regulate our bodies, bring our nervous systems down, therapy, a whole lot of inside, a whole lot of work. Yeah, I mean, a lot of just spending time with my flowers and watching her like calm down and be regulated has been a bittersweet moment for me, because it's like she's finally able to enjoy her life. So if you're on the fence about medicating your ADHD child, really just take a look at how much it really is affecting their life, and whether or not like if you need to talk to me about it, like I am all ears. So find me over on Instagram, Nickie_blessed_homeschool_mess, and we can chat, because it's a big deal. And I don't want to like persuade you, but I also just want to give you my perspective of like, she is living her life. Like for the first time in her life, she has ridden a bike, because she's finally regulated enough and patient enough for the anxiety to come down, and for her to actually focus enough to do it. And she's been doing amazing things since then. Like she has, like, not to get too TMI, but she is just like, she's getting into this little girl, young woman, tween, whatever you want to call that, young little lady phase. So she's, we're picking out bras, we're picking out deodorant, we're doing the things that like to her before was way too much for her to handle. So all great things, all good progress. And now it's just about healing and communicating and just taking an ease into our homeschool life and hoping for the best at this point. Because I don't know how much more I can handle of this like crazy talk. So please bear with me. Know that, everyone, you see just a fraction of what is going on in my life. So when I come on here and I'm all over the place, that is my ADHD brain going, I don't know what to do. I want what's best for my kid. I am not a professional. I am just a mom coming on here to share my homeschooling experience. So thank you guys if you're still listening to my update. And let me know in the comments again if you have any ideas for our podcast or a direction for us to go in. And I can't wait to show you what we're going to be doing. And yeah, everything is going to need to be updated here on our 4th grade year. So have a wonderful July, and it is time to get back into the school spirit. I'll see you in my next video.